the peace and quiet of a bluebell woodland. This is Lound Wood just outside of Eakring, and it's a fabulous bluebell woodland. The waking up of Lound Wood consists of millions of bluebell bulbs coming through the leaf litter, new life coming through last year's life. But despite those millions of bluebells coming through, they're only through in leaf only. There's not a single bluebell flower to be found. So what's that in the bottom right hand corner of the screen, you're all shouting? That looks suspiciously like a bluebell to me. Well, it is, technically. And when I first saw it, I thought, that's an individual bluebell. It's really making an effort to flower early. And why is it doing it? Why is this one bluebell so far ahead of millions of others here in Lound Wood? I pondered, which I don't recommend once you're topside of 60. But then I came to the realisation of just why this particular bluebell was a few weeks ahead of all the others. It's because it shouldn't be here. This is a Spanish bluebell in amongst millions of English bluebells, and that's why this flower stands alone, or this clump of Spanish bluebells stand alone amongst an army of English bluebells. Spanish bluebell arrived here via the Victorians in their quest for bringing nice plants into their gardens. They put some nice plants into their gardens, and then those nice plants escaped or were thrown out. They end up in the strangest of places. Many a roadside verge or roadside lay-by will often be adorned by a clump or two of Spanish bluebells, usually evident by the variations in colour. There can be anything from a mauve right through various shades of pink through to white. They're larger and their leaves are longer, but they're not as nice as an English bluebell. English bluebells tend to have their bell-like flowers on one side of the stem, so the stem then becomes bent over at the tip, and those bells hang like bells, like the name implies. And they're more dainty, slightly smaller flowered and usually darker flowered than the Spanish bluebell. The Spanish bluebell is yet again another unwanted species. It's invasive, and worst of all, it can hybridise with the English bluebell given half a chance. And that's happened many times, no doubt, in the UK. But I was hoping that this was an individual English bluebell. I was somewhat disappointed when I realised that it was a foreigner, an invasive foreigner, and shouldn't be here at all. This particular bluebell will be over and done with long before the English bluebells come up here at Lound Wood and put on yet another wonderful display of blue or mauve or purple. People's perception of colour varies, so it's hard to say exactly what colour a bluebell is. To me, they are blue, with a touch of mauve in them. Either way, it's a spectacular sight. But I was left somewhat disappointed that this wasn't an individual English bluebell that was going out there to make the effort to flower. It was an imposter all along.